So guys, welcome back. I hope it's a good Sunday. As you guys can see, I'm fully dressed. But I thought I should take this opportunity to quickly just educate you guys a bit. So guys, in Gugune, when they still like in the first baby stages, which is 1 day old to approximately 7 days, usually some other, I'd say, weak broilers, it's usually 1 day until 14 days, you understand? So in that time period or that time frame, they are very fragile, you understand? So that's when they need intensity, like intense care, where there's lighting, there's proper heating, there's proper bedding, you understand? So now I'm gonna like break down every single bits and beats of the importance of having all these three components that I've just highlighted. Let me just sit down because like it might take a bit of time to break down everything. So yeah, first things first, the lighting is important. The reason why your brooding or your brooder has to always have light is because the babies, which are the 1 day old broiler chicks, they need to eat constantly, you understand? The more they eat, the faster they grow, basically, in simple terms. So when the light is on 24/7, it shows or it helps them locate where the water is, where the food is, you understand? And also it minimizes the risk of them feeling more cold compared to when it's cold, you understand? Compared to when it's dark, when it's dark. So you can also like maybe sometimes think of picture yourself, né? Which room would you feel comfortable in a room that's dark or in a room that's light or that has light, you understand? Obviously you're gonna choose the one that has light because you can see everything in front of you, you understand? So you're gonna sleep peacefully, you're gonna be more relaxed, you understand? Let's just say more comfortable. So if ke ngoku i-broiler zakho uzilalisa endaweni emnyama, the only sunlight they get is if kuphuma ilanga ngaphandle, then zizogcotha ukhula, their growing I'd say stages are gonna be delayed, yabo, because ngozitya emini for ixeshana, which just bana sitya emini zitya zihluthe emini, then xa kufika late zilambile because ziye zahlutha for imini, not imini nobusuku, you understand? So now zizolamba ubusuku bonke until the following day, you understand? So that's gonna like decrease their growth spurt or the process le bafanele bana bakhula ngayo. I don't know if it makes sense, yabo. So lighting is very important for those such reasons, yabo. Then second of all, bedding. When I say bedding, I'm not talking about like e-papers, newspapers, because I've noticed a lot of videos that I've been watching, or videos that just like on YouTube, or the time before actually I started with my poultry farming and stuff. I'll watch videos on YouTube. I'll always see them emphasizing, no, you don't need to put wood shavings yet, put newspapers, so then they can locate the food easily. They don't eat everything that's around them. Okay, that's true, but at the same time, I'd say increases their chances of getting cold faster, being on top of their litter for the longest time, meaning that the litter ends up being inside the feathers, and also when the litter is inside the feathers, it's gonna take time for the feathers to develop, because now they have to clean the feathers first, which is another time consuming I'd say thing that they have to do. So yeah, bedding, I'd personally I'd promote that on the first day it's fine, use bedding as long as immediately when you put them on top of the bedding there's food next to them, there's water, you understand? Because the bedding, it's not like they're gonna eat the wood shavings and swallow all of them, no, unless your wood shaving is like dust or it's small particles. But if it's wood shavings, like proper wood shavings, maybe the size of my index finger, half of my index finger, then so is ziki, you understand? Even if they do that, still so there's no harm in that, you understand? Then also another thing that I noticed that they always like to emphasize is that your bedding should not be that deep when they're still young. Guys, it's lies. Your bedding should be deep when they're young so that they don't absorb the coldness that the floor brings, you understand? Because the floor is very cold. If you're gonna put them on little bedding and then they're gonna be in contact with the floor, then they're gonna feel cold, and now they're gonna want to do a bunch up and pile up on top of each other, you understand? So your bedding is very important. I would suggest that your bedding For your day one, or excuse me, your 1 day old broilers should be at least the size of my arm. I don't know, maybe let's just say 3, okay, let's just say 2 feet. Yeah, 2 feet. It should be 2 feet, you understand? The thicker, the better. Just know that. Then also, I mentioned heating. Heating, if you have less than 30 broilers, then you'll have to have heat lamps. Reason being is because now, not all of them are able to produce enough heat to keep them warm. Instance, if you can watch my videos, you'll notice one thing. I do not use any source of heating that's I'd say that's always emphasized on YouTube. No, the only heating source that I use is just a heater on cold days, also not every day, on cold days. Reason being is because the brooder that I have is much bigger, so now the heat is gonna take time to fill up the whole room, you understand? So instead they're gonna end up absorbing the coldness of the room and end up feeling cold, then they'll start piling up on top of each other. Yeah, bro. So I'd suggest that find a smaller brooder. First of all, don't buy your day-old chicks with a lesser number. Buy more than a lesser number, you understand? Rather opt for buying 100 and more than 50 and less, you understand? So let's just say 50 and above is okay, you understand? Then the lighting should be there, of course, every single day. Then the the heat can be minimized because they're gonna warm each other up. And now, meaning when they warm each other up, now they use less heat, you understand? Because also when it's too hot, they become too lazy. I know they say that they become active, wara. No, it's true, but not true. It depends on the heat. When it's super hot, they want to focus on cooling down, you understand? When they want to focus on cooling down, they're not gonna want to eat. They wanna drink more water, meaning you'll have to constantly change the water. So it's gonna be more work. So yeah, I don't want to dwell much on the heat because there's other things that I'd like to touch on. So yeah, buy more broilers so that you can minimize on the heating source that you'll have to use. So I mentioned the bedding, I mentioned the heating, I mentioned the light. So all these 3 components are very, very, very important, you understand, in order for you to have proper production when it comes to your broiler chicks. Then also the type of food that you feed them. Always buy like protein. I'd say buy feed that has more protein. So your starter should be like high quality. Protein is what helps them develop, especially in the younger stages. So yeah guys, those are the things that I wanted to touch on. I think, let me just try and think carefully, what am I leaving out? Yeah, I think that's all. Then also your water, just try and change your water regularly, even if it's like literally after like 2 hours. Oh, one more thing that I almost forgot is that excuse me, on YouTube they like to emphasize stress pack. Guys, I've never used any stress pack for literally all my broilers. I've never used a stress pack day in my life. I find it necessary to use a stress pack. What do you mean they have stress? Obviously they wanna be scared because of the movement and up and down, changing of an environment, but otherwise they still animals. They still I'd say they still have hormones inside them that can cool them down or calm them down when they have stress. So stress pack is not needed, to be honest, in my own opinion, seen from the broilers that I've been growing. And multiple, because I've grown easily over 200 broilers, you understand, ever since I've started. So in those 5 months that I've been a poultry farmer, I've never used a stress pack a day in my life. So also try and avoid using pharmaceuticals. Just try and use like remedies, home remedies, like your garlic, your onions, your peppers, things that are homegrown and also are from like obviously your household. Those are gonna help your broilers be fit and healthy. At the same time, they're gonna help you save on the costs. So yeah guys, that's what I wanted to share today. I hope this video was educational, you learned a lot. So overall summary is that you should make sure your bedding is thick. Your heat source depends on the number of broilers that you have and the room. So if you have a big room the size of a house, then you have like 20 broilers. Of course they're gonna feel cold because the whole room is cold, you understand? But then if you have a room the size of maybe a bathroom, then you have a good number, which is maybe 150, then your broilers are not gonna feel that cold because they're gonna warm each other up. Then also your lighting is very important. Have lights 24/7 so that your broilers can see where the food is, where the water is. Also immediately when your broilers arrive, give them food because they're hungry. Give them water. You understand? Give them what they need. So yeah, guys, I feel like that's what I wanted to say. Nothing more, nothing less. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Yeah, just comment, then I'll shoot a video, because one of the reasons that made me to shoot this video is because of one of the people that commented. I'll put up their, what do you call this thing, their handle or whatsoever, then you guys can see. So yeah, the person asked me, why don't I use like an intensive heat care? I was like, nah, I don't have to, because my broilers are warm enough, you understand? Because at the end of the day, we're not trying to cook them or the light. They also have to produce their own heat, so that once they start living outside, they're able to cope with the changing of weather and the cold days, you understand? Because now also, once they're always warm, their body adjusts or adapts to that type of heat. But now when you take them outside, it's a different type of temperature, you understand? Especially when at the night time when the temperature drops, you understand? So yeah, guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, keep on doing the good stuff. Let's grow the channel 1K, road to 1K subscribers. I know we can get there. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, guys, peace and love.